Hi everyone, today we are going to continue our percent learning journey, but we're going to be talking about percent of change. So there will be some changes happening, whether increasing or decreasing, and our job is to determine what the percent of change was as it moved from the original amount. So today's lesson is all about increases. So every example you see today will be teaching us about increasing percentages or a percent of change and looking at what percentage of change the increase was. So a percent change is the percent that a quantity changes from the original amount. So we're going to write out this vocabulary term, percent of change. And this is the percent that a quantity changes from the original amount. So, percent of change. All right, so let's talk about an increase. When we're increasing, the amount is going up. Okay, so when we increase something, a percent increase means that our amount is increasing. Or the original amount is changing by getting bigger. Okay, so our percent of increase means that the original amount goes up. Okay, so our original amount is going to go up. The way that we look for an increase in something, so the way that we look for an increase is that we're going to follow, like a formula, so to speak. So when we're looking at a percent increase, the increase is equal to, so our percent of increase equals the new amount minus original amount all divided by the original amount. All right, so what in the world does this mean, Miss Englander? You just have like a bunch of words here and we're supposed to just guess what this means. So the way I want you to think about this is you're going to be given an original amount, okay? The way that we're going to see how much it increased is by taking what the new amount is, and we're going to subtract that from the original amount, take that total, and then divide it by the original amount again. So you're using the original amount twice, but you're also using the new amount. When you solve over here, you're going to get the percentage over here. Okay, so let's put this into an example so that you can see it in action. Okay, so here is our first example. Our first example, we have a table, and the table shows the day of the week and the hours that are spent online. I'm laughing because obviously us at Auburn Online, our hours online are much more than the hours of whoever this person is. But it is, again, Saturday and Sunday, so maybe not. Saturday, This person spends 2 hours online. And then on Sunday, ooh, they're busy on Sunday, 4.5 hours. Okay, so our job now is to find the percent of change, the increase. So we can tell it's going to be an increase, first of all, because the original amount is 2. And then it grows to 4.5. So we're going to go ahead and put this into this proportion here. So we're going to find whatever this percent increase is by solving this problem. So our original amount, new amount. So our new amount, the new amount is 4.5. It started at 2, it went to 4.5. So our new amount is 4.5. Our original amount, or the starting amount, is at 2. So I'm going to do 4.5 minus 2, and then divide that by 2. That will give me my percent of increase over here. I'm just going to call this my PI, my percent increase over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at a calculator, and then we will go from there. So we have 4.5 minus 2, which is going to give us 2.5, right? But then we're going to divide this by 2. And that gives us 1.25. So we did 2.5 divided by 2. And that gave us 1.25. Now, this is not a percentage right here. So we're going to turn this into a percentage now by moving our decimal point. Oh, I was using purple. All right, so we're going to go 1, 2, and that's going to give us 125%. So our increase is 125%. So that means that we spent 125% more time online from Saturday to Sunday. So it increased 125%. Woo! All right. So let's look at another example. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my page so that way I have enough space for the next example. If you can fit yours on there, you go ahead and fit yours. Okay? So the next one. On this example, extra example number 1, they tell us, so example B says that we want to find the percent of change Did I label this example A? I did not. I'm going to label this with an A. Okay, find the percent of change from 40 hours to 50 hours. So again, you know right away that your number is going to increase because you're going from 40 to 50. So you know that there's going to be some kind of an increase there from 40 to 50. So let's start with our original amount. So identify the original is 40. Our new is 50. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go from 40 to 50 and find how much do we increase. So we're going to set up our math problem here. Again, we're starting with the new, which is 50. We're going to subtract the original and then divide it by the original. So 50 minus 40 gives me 10. And 10 divided by 40, So let's pull out our little calculator here, and we're going to do this again. Clear it out. 10 divided by 40 gives us 0.25. Or you can do the trick and cross off this and get 1/4. Well, we know 1/4 of $1 is 25, right? So this equals 0.25. But again, we want a percentage. So we're going to move these decimals once and twice. And that gives us 25%. So our increase of 25%. So if I worked 40 hours last week and this week I work 50, my increase is an increase of 25% in my hours. All right, it is your turn now for some try-its. So let's go ahead and do our try-its. So try-it number 1. Try-it number 1 gives us 10 inches to 25 inches. So we grow from 10 inches to 25 inches. Tell me the percent increase. What is the percent of increase? And then number 2, try-it number 2 says that we went from 57 people to 65 people. It's a big jump in people. Okay, so our job now is to find the percent of change. So go ahead and hit pause right now so you don't hear me solving. And then when you're ready, come on back. All right, so our original amount, the original amount is 10 inches. Our new amount is 25 inches. So I do 25 minus 10, and then I divide by 10. So 25 minus 10 is 15. And 15 divided by 10 is going to give me 1.5. But I know that I need to make this into, so I'm going to multiply this by 100, or just move my decimal twice, and that gives me 150%. So my increase is 150%. All right, in this next problem, we're going to look at the original. Original is 57 people. Our new amount of people is 65 people. So we're going to take 65 people, and we are going to subtract that from 57, and then we're going to divide by 57. So let's go ahead and find our percent of change. And that gives us 14%. So our increase, we went from 57 to 65, our increase is 14%. All right, how did you do on this? Go ahead and answer your essential question now. How do you find, or what is the percent increase? Put your level of understanding out to the side. Where are you at with this lesson? And then when you are ready, you can come on back to the Google Meet and ask for help, or you can go on and do your practice work. As always, I appreciate all of your hard work and effort, and make it a great day.